Hello, frog.
Hello, sir.
Come on in. This is my little place. This is my dear little cottage. That's the little back garden there, over there. No, get the camera over there. Don't point it at it. I want to show you the place there. And that's the little cottage that I live in, which is just darling. This is a wonderful stone lion, which I had in London all those years ago. And I thought he just doesn't want to be a lion. He doesn't like the responsibility, you know. He just wants to be something quiet, like a field mouse. Now, this is our little garden, and I have to show you first, because there's a fun thing here. And this is our giraffe. Isn't he fun?
Yeah.
What's the French word for giraffe?
Giraffe.
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 Giraffe. Well, I'm very, very fond of him. And he just stands there.
It's logical.
It's logical. He's got to be somewhere. You'll discover that the house is full of strange animals.
Yeah.
What do you think of it so far?
So far, I'm stuck on the lion. I think
You like
he's
the
a
lion?
gay lion. I don't know why I'm thinking that. You know?
If you had a lot of lions like that, it would be a case of gay pride.
Yeah. I got this one.
You got that one, did you, Frog? Welcome. Come on through. This is our little garden, and this is our guard dog. He is supposed to frighten people away, except he's facing in the wrong direction, but we'll do something about that eventually. This is my little workout place. I do a thigh exercise, which everyone will know has been in a gym, but it's actually very good, which is to do this. You see what I mean? And this is specially loaded to register my weight at 20 pounds less than it actually is. Now, here is a silly thing that I bought. The place I told you is full of animals. I have a favorite poem about the pelican. A wonderful bird is the pelican. Its beak can hold more than its belly can. It can stuff in its beak enough food for a week, and I'm damned if I know how the hell he can.
Yeah.
See?
Translation?
I'm going to show you some cats, because these are fantastic cats. This is a fellow. Where are you? I want to show you Pave over here, because this is a magnificent cat. This great thing, who is absolutely huge, and is the softest, sweetest, nicest cat in the world. He turns into a killing machine. Look at him. A killing machine, this. And his name is Pave, because we tend to call our cats after cheeses, because of the family name.
Yeah.
You know, one thing the frogs are good at is cheese.
I know.
I've got to give you that.
Kind of specialist.
Yes. What did the girl once said, how can you possibly govern a country that makes more than 400 cheeses? Now we're going to go over and go into my writing room, which is very beautiful, and which is doubling at the moment as my daughter's bedroom, so we'll just give her one. We're coming in.
Go away.
Best of all daughters.
Don't dare come in.
Sorry. Very sorry.
And this is my writing room, or at least it was before it turned into Camilla's bedroom. And this is where we sit and write, and there's some great, great paintings here. Come and look at one or two paintings.
Why don't you read the Odyssey now? Are you just trying to tell as many stories as you can so you can stay in here to torture me?
She makes me laugh more than any other biped, with the exception of George Slaughter. George makes me laugh as much as she does.
Have a good day.
See you later this afternoon, darling. Now, this is where we keep one of my other pets, who's known as Gary. He's technically known as an assistant pet. Gary speaks, don't you, Gary?
I do when I'm allowed to.
Yes, when you're allowed to,
Yes.
within reason. Well, what have you to say for yourself today?
Well, now I realise that it's what it's like working for Michael Palin. Because he's always got a camera crew following him around. Yeah, Jack Cheese has a camera crew following him, so I always wanted to work for Palin because he's so much better looking.
You are aware that I have a species of lemur named after me? Cleese's woolly lemur.
How do you explain your love for lemurs?
They look like all the girls that I like, which have pointy noses and short top lips. Again, looks like almost all my girlfriends. I love people who look rodental. Actually, you don't do too badly, because he's fairly, well, he's a frog. He would be. The frogs have all got enormous hooters, and usually they have recessive jaws, but you've actually got a decent jaw. Are you fully frog? I mean, you partially frog.
Yeah, my grandmother is Scottish.
That would explain it, because that's why he looks like a human as opposed to looking like a rodent. Not the smallest bathroom you've ever seen, but as Ken Campbell would have said, fucking close. Rabbit brush, is it? I like to keep animals around. This, believe it or not, is a little watercolor of my hometown of Weston-super-Mare. I used to live just down here on this side of the hill, and then I also lived over in the middle there, about there at one point. And this was the famous Weston-super-Mare pier that burned down. And it was actually on the front of the British newspaper saying Weston-super-Mare pier, the famous pier has burned down. I was asked for a quote. And I said to Gary, supposing if I gave us a quote, pity my mother wasn't on it, I would have saved a fortune in cremation fees and it would have been much funnier. And he said, not sure that quite hits the note that you want. So we kept that one very quiet. Keep a supply here of things. There's always a lot of beggars and people asking for things for charities to help awful sick people and handicapped people, all those awful drains on society. So we send them one of these, that's how we get rid of them. Here's a picture of George Bush and Laura that keeps getting sent to Gary. They think that Gary is a George Bush supporter. Sorry about the beard, I shouldn't be on there. It's permanent now. Show you how I make coffee. Coffee cup, filter paper. This is not the most complicated culinary construction you've ever had. And then put it in the coffee grinder. Buy one of those for $2 and you've saved yourself money for life. Oh, that's where the cat spends his night. He loves to be up here and he can keep an eye on everything going out. Also, when I come in the morning, we can go. He's a fabulous cat. Yeah, gone up. Oh! You came to demonstrate, didn't you? Hey? Didn't you come to demonstrate? Here's my dressing room, which you have to admit is absolutely magnificent. Now, you often wondered, I suspect, what a huge international movie star's dressing room would be like. And I'd like you to see it because it's going to take your breath away. Look at that. How about that? Fantastic, isn't it? It's modelled on Cary Grant's, actually. Oh, I've got to show you one thing, just to show you how highly intellectual I am and how utterly devastatingly brilliant my mind is. There's a proper library. This was just a little room, and the great guys who do carpentry for me came in and put this central thing in here. This wasn't here, you see all of this. And the thing that fascinates me most, apart from biology, is religion. And there's masses of books here on religion, isn't there? And on that enlightened and spiritual note, frog, I think that's it.